that our squeegee is gliding. So that's why I use lots of soap on the window. I'm using the two-hand method. And now that we're down here, what is up guys, Cleaning PhD here, and today we've got this bank of windows that we're going to clean for you. I want you right now to comment down below how long you think it's going to take me to clean these. Got a few windows here, most certainly, and what we're going to tackle this with is the magical bucket on a belt here, samurai bucket on a belt, and what we've got here is the Moreman accelerator. This is going to help me get the top level windows. We've got a 14-inch squeegee for the bottoms, the ones we can reach, as well as a 14-inch scrubber. And as well, probably the most important tool here is what's called the trad pull, the xero trad pull. This is a bit long. We're not going to actually need all these sections, so we'll just take off a couple sections here. This can actually reach up to, I believe, 30 feet or so. So you can actually tackle a lot of second-story windows with this. But we're just going to tackle these here. And I'm not going to exactly time it, but ready, set, go, you know? And what we're doing, we don't want to have too much soap or anything on these windows. We're simply going to clean them just like so. And as well, with these windows, everybody's going to tell me, oh, you're not doing the whole entire window. Well, to avoid streaks, or to avoid excess detailing, and also to avoid basically that 100%. Avoiding excess detailing is the main thing. With commercial glass, you don't actually need to get it quite as detailed as with residential glass, because nobody is going to be inspecting this glass too closely, you know? We're just getting the main portion of the window. These windows are cleaned quite often, so they don't actually need to they get very dirty, but they don't have any actual, you know, residue on them that's too much to handle. And so we've got this window here. This is an interesting one where you can actually see the window goes behind this pillar here. So we're just gonna do some straight pulls on that, do the best we can do. Jimmy that out of there. And a little tip here, if you're going along the top windows and you've got bottom windows to clean, just smack your squeegee on it right there, and that'll get it dry enough for the straight pulls. You feel me? A little smack of the squeegee just to get the water off. And of course, these do not have to be absolutely perfect. They've just got to be pretty dang good. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We have not cleaned the outside, so if you guys think the windows are still dirty, just wait till we clean the outsides. We're not gonna do that on this video, but I will clean some outside windows coming up here. And what is my time? Am I making good time? Yes or no? Give me a comment down below. And oh, we have to actually add a little bit more water, because you'll notice that the squeegee's not gliding quite as well. So we're just gonna add a little bit of water from the squirty bottle here and continue on. We're looking good. We're getting the cobwebs and everything. And the reason I'm not smashing the sides of the windows with the scrubber, or the tops or the bottoms, is because we want to limit detailing with commercial work. We don't want to go up there with a ladder or even with a pole and try to detail every single little nook and cranny. It's also great for straight pulls. If you have to straight pull the window, and I can show you that technique here. If you have to straight pull this window, this right here is a straight pull. Cut in and then go down, boom. Cut up, go down, boom. Cut in, down, boom, and then the final pull up top. Great. And so just leaving that little bit of extra at the top, the little bit of dry spot, is going to allow you to do those straight pulls flawlessly. So now what do we got? We got these windows coming in, and we don't want to drip on our coffee here, although I might have already dripped. We want to make sure that our squeegee is gliding. So that's why I use lots of soap on the window. I'm using the two-hand method. And now that we're down here, we're going to need to detail. This is where we detail. So obviously the same rules apply as the top windows, you do not actually want to smash the sides of the windows. You just want to get the main majority of the glass. And if you're a little short king, you're not gonna be able to reach these. You're gonna have to use the pole. But I'm a tall king, as they'd say. I can reach a lot of the windows. And so the reason we're doing the two-hand S technique here is because these are commercial windows. We don't have to, unless you see some smudges or something on the windows, you don't actually have to get them, you don't have to spend 10 minutes per window, scrubbing and re-scrubbing and, unless you see some greasy fingerprints, which these are just commercial glass, so nobody's really touching the glass. You can pretty much just go smooth and quick, just like I'm doing here. Boom, boom, bam. We're gonna leave the detailing here for the end. We're gonna continue onwards. And these windows with the pillar, you just pretty much do the best you can do. It's not always gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be 100% better than when I got here. That's kind of my motto, So now we've got these windows above the door that I actually cannot reach. I'm too much of a short king to reach these guys, but these are no problem with the trad pole. As you can see, this technique is baller. This is the one I use. I got this from Steve-O, the window cleaner, and he has since stopped making videos, and I have carried on the mantle for him. I've just kicked up the carpet here. You gotta be careful when you're at these commercial jobs. You don't wanna be running into things too much, but sometimes your eyes are up at the windows, so makes it a little bit difficult. And this is something I'm actually gonna have to detail here, just because you see the drips. So these kind of drips here, stuff you can see, you wanna make sure you detail that. Stuff on the ledges up top, oh, my water bottle's not coming out of here. Stuff on the very tops of the windows, you can't see a whole lot. So that is not quite as important as, obviously the stuff you can see is more important than the stuff you can't. Who would have thunk it? And sometimes, if you don't take out your towel and quick detail these, it'll bite you in the butt because it can drip down. But our detail towel, our wet towel, is over on the other side. So I'm not gonna waste my dry towel. I'm just gonna hope my detailing game is on point because I do not wanna go back. We're gonna do just a quick detailing after we're done with all this. So you can either detail as you go, or you can kind of, you can do it like I do it. You break down a section of windows, and then you can go back and detail everything as you finish up. And so these are tricky here. If you don't know what you're doing, these can definitely throw you off, but I'll show you the secret technique to specifically these types of doors and these types of, I guess you'd call it like the door handle, and how you get to the other side of those with your detailing towels. And this is smooth and satisfying. Dang. This is the type of speed that you guys want to work up to, especially if you're doing commercial glass. Just like that. And so I was almost unsure if I've done this window, but I can see that there's water dripped here. So obviously I've done that window already. Basically, we're gonna come along, we're just gonna wipe the sills here, nice and easy. And anything you see, like if there's something in the very middle, you can go ahead and get that. But a lot of this stuff, like right on the edge here, it's not that important with commercial. Obviously, it depends on the client, depends exactly what you're doing and what you've worked out in the schedule and the pricing and all that. But most of the time, little things like that, they're not gonna care a whole lot about. They just care about the bulk, the main of the glass. Make sure you wipe up all the sills here, like these here. These are gonna be important to wipe up just because it's obvious there's a lot of water there. And you don't want someone, coming into here and it's like dripping down and it just looks very unprofessional. The next thing is with these door handles here. First, you wipe the top, make sure that the soap is getting these fingerprints here. And then you take your dry towel, and here's the technique. You actually are gonna feed your dry towel up through this crevice here, you see, just like so, and then go back and forth, just like this. Boom, that's done. And so the doors are another thing. You wanna actually do the doors, you know, give the doors a little bit of love. You don't wanna absolutely ignore them. You just want to, the doors especially, just because people are going to be coming in and out and they'll be seeing that, you just want to give the doors a little bit more love, if you know what I'm saying. So all we've got left here are the bottoms of these doors, and that's a quite easy thing. Just do this nice and quick, and we will be all done. And that is a commercial type of job for me. That's how I clean a lot of my commercial accounts. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, you missed a spot, or you didn't do it quite right, or whatever. But this has been working for me. I've been cleaning windows for, 8-9 years, and that's been working for me. So here we go, boys and gals, everybody. All these windows are clean here, and that was, pretty dang quick, if I may say so myself. It wasn't the fastest job in the world, but it wasn't the slowest. And so, yeah, what do we got here? I can't even check the time. Oh, about 11 minutes to clean all this glass here, just the inside. So the outside, add another 10 minutes, about 20 minutes total to clean this many windows. If you're wondering, that is a pretty good speed to be at. And you can obviously work through and get faster. You can be a little slower. You can do a little more detailing, anything you want to do. That is up to you. But this is just how I clean windows, guys. Cleaning PhD here. Give me a like and subscribe if you like this. And stay tuned for more videos. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.